Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
I've ordered some ramps that are 6-inch wide,
Right.
and whatever length, 3 foot long, and that 6-inch goes from 0 to 1/2 inch. So
right. I realized that when you sent me the confirmation.
yeah, I'm just putting this into context.
Yeah.
So to do a 2.5 inch rise, if you are observing compliance with ADA, your rise over run stays the same. So for every 12 inches in rise, you've got every 12 inch in run, you've got 1 inch in rise. So that
Right.
means that sucker's going to be 30 inch. If I'm doing the math quick in my head. So that's a really, really wide ramp. And people are like, 30 inch? My walkway ain't 30 inch.
Yeah.
So knowing that, what can I do to help?
I'm not sure because I gave them a price on that, not realizing what their height. So that's why I need to cancel it and probably get back with the builder before I do something. So can we just cancel this one for now until I figure it out?
Yes. Absolutely.
And then I will get back in touch with you on it.
Yeah, please do. Again, my name is Richard, and I'll send you an email.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you very much, Richard.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. So our client called and ordered about 30 of these 6-inch wide ramps. So that's really going to take you from 0 to 1/2 inch, really. And the ramp that the client ordered is this Hager 442. All right, that's great. No problem with this ramp at all. Client then realized and said, well, I've got 2.5 inch over here. Well, right. So the problem with that, of course, is being handicap ADA compliant, we need to change that. And the rise over to run formula is that for every 6 inch, you go up 1/2 inch. For every 12 inch, you go up 1 inch. But it's your rise is 1/2, your run is 6. That's the formula, whether it be stairs or it be rafters and a ceiling. But there's more information I'd like to point out. So the page that we're on is 442S-DBA. You find that in our site, click on any of them, click on more from Hager, and then when this page loads, you'll pull up the Hager page, but what you're going to pull up is the 2010 ADA Standards for Accessible Design. And this 279-page document, if you were to do a Control F on your keyboard for ramp, you're going to find lots of matches for the word ramp. So I'm going to filter this down and get us right to where we need to be. I think it's going to be literally on page 131. So let's get to page 131. Okay. Curb ramps on accessible routes. Those curb ramps really aren't what we want to look at. We want to back up to section 405. Ramps on accessible routes shall comply with 405. There we go. So right here, 405.2, ramp runs shall have, and the term shall means it will. It means it's mandatory. Ramp runs will mandatorily have a running slope not steeper than 1 to 12. So every 12 inch in run, you've got 1 inch in rise. And this is the document where that's coming from. And when you look at ramps from manufacturers, you'll note that they all, when they're handicap compliant, will observe that requirement. What's interesting about pointing out 405 is that you can scroll through and you'll say, well, gosh, there's a lot of data here that I didn't know, or I'm glad to know it, or I'm glad to see it. A slope steeper than 1 to 8 is prohibited. Maximum rise. Okay, so from what I gather here, if you're not going greater than 3 inches in overall transition, you can go 1 to 10, but not steeper than 1 to 8. Okay, so the answer to the client ought to have been, you can get away with 1 to 10. The issue with that is I don't think you're going to find ramps that will be in those 5-inch wide increments. Now, in terms of what Hager offers, because that is where this started out, the client literally ordered that Hager model, 442S. We'll open up their product catalog and we'll do a search for 442S. They do not have a provision for doing ramps greater than that, is the unfortunate reality of Hager. But let's take a closer look just because we're talking about ramps. Let's look at a company who I know has them, and while we're waiting for that page to load, there's also another document that I want to draw your attention to. From within our site, find the word manufacturers. Here it is. And then you'll go to our page within the site. And ABS, Architectural Builder Supply. On that page, I know that I have the A117.1 Accessible and Usable Buildings and Facilities Design Guide. Here it is. Again, Control F, ramp. Again, section 405. Okay, now the PEMCO page loaded, and we're going to open up their catalog. And PEMCO, other people do. Hager just doesn't at this time. But I want to show what the client's likely going to be needing to get into if they actually have 2.5 inch. Well, what I mean to say is if they need to solve 2.5 inch in a code compliant way, the product that the client will need to be looking at is here, PEMCO's modular ramp assemblies. So the R.5FA, if you wanted mill aluminum finish, 6x1/2. You wanted to go to 3/4, well, here's a piece that's going to be 3 inch in width. The R.75, the point is, though, is when you're buying the R.75, you're getting both of these components. And when they use the term modular, you can see how they build these pieces progressively onto each other so that you can get out to, PEMCO gets us out to 2.25, apparently, is their maximum. For this client, I believe that that would be okay because those same documents say that you cannot have a 90-degree transition greater than 1/4 inch. So having a little 1/4 inch lip here, I don't think would be a deal breaker for this client. We want to investigate our reference documents to be sure that it says that, but I'm pretty sure it says that. Now, these constituent components can also be bought separately as well on this page. Okay. Other people make these. PEMCO is just the one that came first to mind. National Guard does as well. All right, thank you very much. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.